Good evening, I'm Joe Minnie. Now, Juneteenth is a day of celebration across America, including right here in La Crosse. News 19's Riley Kine shares a history of the holiday in this area and what it's all about.
The Enduring Families Project reenacts stories of African Americans that lived in La Crosse in the mid to late 1800s. They have done reenactments at the Juneteenth celebration in La Crosse for the last 3 years by taking people to sites where African Americans lived or ran businesses. Denise Christie Moss, the producer of Enduring Families Project, says most people don't realize the rich African American history in the city of La Crosse, but many have taken an interest in the past and educating themselves about it, which is part of what Juneteenth is truly about.
George Edwin Taylor, the first African American to run for president in 1904, lived in this area. He grew up in West Salem, but he had a printing press on 3rd and State Street.
Denise Christie Moss says a number of other African American owned businesses were right in the heart of downtown La Crosse.
There's been a lot of interest in finding out about this history. We've done presentations at schools, at historical societies in West Salem and Holman. So people want to know about this aspect of La Crosse history. And we tie it together with Juneteenth Day because some of these early African Americans sponsored an emancipation celebration in 1887.
She says Juneteenth commemorates African American freedom. It was cause for celebration after the last enslaved people were set free on June 19, 1865, and it is cause for celebration every year following that.
Celebrating liberty is important because you have to work so hard to get it. What should be God-given is something that people have fought and died and bled for, and celebrating the fruit of that gain is important, and that's what Juneteenth is about.
Which is why celebrating Juneteenth in La Crosse every year is so important.
For us, it means hope, that the city and, different members of the community are not only ready to be a part of celebrating this, but they're asking questions and they're starting to get hungry, and that's what we're going for. We want people to start thinking more inclusively. And I think more than anything, this has planted that seed.
This year, over 50 organizations came together to put on a Juneteenth celebration for the community.
With this being, an event about Black liberation, Black emancipation, just to have so much support from our city and our partners is very, heartwarming. It shows that we do have a lot of, partners here and people that really do care about the Black community in La Crosse.
Denise Christie Moss says Juneteenth being officially declared a national holiday is a step in the right direction.
It shows change. There's a lot to be done, but this legislative step is worth acknowledging.
A number of businesses in the La Crosse community are doing things to honor Juneteenth, as well as the annual community-wide celebration.